promotion, but not just promotion, champions. And not just champions, at an absolute canter. This is how we did it. What's up everyone, I hope you're well. So today we're going to go through a bit of a tactic and a bit of an overhaul of a squad when you're trying to bounce back after relegation. Now this is from our Twitch save with ACR Messina. We got relegated from Serie A down to Serie B and we have bounced back in the best way possible. There you can see the league table. We've won the league by 27 points. 27 points, and as I look at it a bit closer, we only lost one game to Monza, who got relegated. I mean, typical, right? That close to an invincible season. If I go into a little bit more detail, there you go, the goal difference. Best goals for in the league, best goals against in the league, plus 59. Absolutely destroyed the league. Here's the schedule so you can have a look at it. Once the friendlies are out of the way, it was relentless, really. A few draws in the early days, but once they found their feet in this tactic, look at this finish to the season. I mean, greens all the way, absolutely stonking season. So how did we do it? For context, anyone new to the channel and this save, this is like a long haul save I'm doing where we've started Messina from the ground up with no money. We've hardly had any money throughout up until the end of last season thanks to Serie A money. Now our season in Serie A wasn't pretty. In fact, here's the league table. Where we finished last season, Serie A, second bottom, just under my head there, is 24 total points. So to pick the boys up after that was a big old job. The tactic, now last season in Serie A I used the 4-3-3 variation. I didn't want to change too much because that was the tactic that got us promoted, so we tweaked it slightly. What I did overhaul was the squad, and that's an important thing, little nugget for you guys. If they haven't performed in Serie A, ship them out. Some cases we didn't have a choice because of release clauses following relegation. The rest of it, in fact, check out my transfer history. You'll see what happened this pre-season. I don't know if you can keep tabs with all this. I mean, we've spent 4.4 million. We brought in 15 million. 15 million from release clauses. In fact, let's get rid of my head so you can really see the absolute carnage that's gone on. Lots of action. Normally I wouldn't recommend this drastic of an overhaul, but once the pre-season started and all these transfers started coming in, so we brought in 15 million, you can see some big moves there. Baldanzi went for 2.1 million, one of our key players. Our long-term goalkeeper, Czkowski, off he went to Genoa. These clubs all triggering the release clauses. Cavallero went to Leeds for 3.5. Romelu Di Carlo, which was a big blow, ended up at Liverpool for 4.5 million, but we did loan him back for the season. You can see his value now though. It's a real kick in the teeth that he only went for that amount of money, but all that was brought in. So we overhauled the squad with 4.4 million, the most we've spent throughout this save, which has now lasted 8 seasons, maybe even 9. Do the math up there, 2030. You can see we didn't spend a lot of money. The most we spent on one player, I think, was 1.5 million up the top there. Semazon Zemek, there he is, our new holding midfielder. Did a cracking job. The rest of it was free transfers, loans, lots of money ball work, key signings here and there. The biggest key signing was player of the season, João Ricula there. 300,000, not fancied by anyone, but let's click on him and look at his season. 9 goals he scored from centre-back, 36 appearances, but 7.67. He's absolutely beasted it. And if you look at his history, we plucked him from Liga 3 in Portugal. That's the value of Moneyball. So look, a rake of signings. I had to completely overhaul the squad. I had a tactic in mind, and it's one that I haven't seen much. In fact, I don't think I've seen anyone using it throughout FM. It's a 4-3-3. Wait a minute, you say. Everyone uses 4-3-3, right? Not a flat 4-3-3. Here is the tactic, and probably the thing you guys are mostly here for the video for. Totally understand. We all love a new tactic, right? It's 4-3-3, but we've got that flat 3 in central midfield there. Di Carlo, Zemek, Reinhardt sitting in that position now. Throughout the season, it was Marigosu who scored the goals. Now this position up here, it was Big Christopherson. Yet again, he scored the goals, 21 in 29 games. If you look at his history now, if you're looking for a free, cheap striker, there he is. He's played every season for us since he joined. It's 7 seasons now, and he's scored goals throughout. Even in Serie A, he scored 11. The big man's an absolute ironclad legend. But the reason I focus on him is, during the match, as a pressing forward, he was dropping in these areas all the time. Quite often, he was there. What that meant was both the central midfielders either side of him were bombing on through him. The winger was cutting inside, hitting crosses to the back post where it was Kane. It worked a treat. Kane was a big lad, 6 foot, 11 goals from that position. Quite often getting on the end of crosses from McFly to Sharia here, thanks to Big Chris dropping off into that gap. I even reined back the fullbacks. Normally I have them fullback on attack or even an inverted wing back. I just went with a fullback on support here, cutting inside with the ball. I'll get to the playing instructions in the next clip for all you Xbox users as well. But wing back on support, not attack. Basically letting the front five do the work while these guys remain solid at the back. There's a bit of a bonus I had. Helt here on loan from Bayern Munich again. A real ball playing centre back there. 17 for passing from a defender. He can comfortably play midfield and 6'2". Great little player. Absolutely crushed the league. I've got nothing bad to say about the squad. They just killed it. So as promised, in sunny North Yorkshire today, look at that. Blackout curtains, can't even fight that. Here are the player instructions. As you can see, I didn't overload the player instructions at all. I let the boys do the talking with their abilities, and the team instructions down the side there, there's not a great deal either, so it's pretty standard stuff. One thing to note is in Serie B and the opposition instructions, I didn't use them much unless I was coming up against a good team with good fullbacks. Then I would pin them back by putting them onto their weaker foot. But mostly I just concentrated on our team, keeping our momentum going, and it worked a treat. Throughout the stream, the boys did superb. Oh, corner. Late on, Marigosu. Richolo! So I guess my key points to bounce back from relegation are have a look at your team, and if it's time to get out some dead wood, get them out, and don't be scared of a big refurb as long as you've got a tactic in mind. And then once you've got the tactic in mind, go with it, keep the faith. Tweak here and there, don't overcomplicate it, and fire back. That tactic was fantastic. Will it work in Serie A? I think it will. We're going to keep doing it on Twitch next week, and I'll report back with another Messina update on this channel.